A few days after trading away their star tight end Darren Waller, the Las Vegas Raiders made a move in free agency to sign their new starting tight end O.J. Howard. O.J. Howard just finished up his sixth season in the NFL with the Houston Texans. Before joining the Texans, he was a first-round pick by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, played 4 years there, and then played for Buffalo for 1 season, and then obviously joined the Houston Texans. Early on in his career, O.J. Howard was living up to his expectations that he had out of Alabama. His first season, he had over 400 yards receiving, and then his second year, he broke out 565 yards receiving and 5 touchdowns in only 10 games before he actually suffered an injury. Since then, his production has been on the low side, and as a receiving tight end, it hasn't panned out, but he's grown tremendously as a blocker and still has tremendous size at 6'6", 251 pounds. I actually really like this move by the Las Vegas Raiders because they traded away Darren Waller because they didn't need a production standpoint, from a stat standpoint from their tight end. They needed someone who could block, someone that could create more holes for Josh Jacobs, and somebody that can protect their new quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo, who, let's not forget, has suffered his fair share of injuries coming off his most recent one with the San Francisco 49ers. I like this move for O.J. Howard because he's a great blocker, has great size, and to tell him that he's gonna be your fourth or even fifth option from a receiving standpoint on your team, you're thrilled because on the field you're most likely gonna have 3 wide receivers and Jacoby Myers, Hunter Renfrow, and Davante Adams, who all clear him as a receiver option. And then Josh Jacobs, if he's not blocking, he's probably going to be a receiving option over O.J. Howard. So essentially, they're saying, "Hey, O.J., we know you have great size, and we know you're a great blocker. That's exactly what we want you to do. And then if you happen to get open, if you happen to make plays, that's even better." But they signed somebody who they know can be a day one starter, someone who's a veteran, someone that can stay healthy. Aside from that, the second and third season in the league, he hasn't had really any injury problems. And they can say, "Hey, dude, we just want you to be a blocker." And he has a lot of untapped potential. And if he's able to reach that potential, even better for the Raiders. But they have a veteran, a guy that can come in and start day one. And also, it allows for them to be able to realize we don't need to use our first round pick or a second round pick or 2 third-round picks on a tight end because we have a serviceable tight end now. We can use that to address the offensive line and the defensive line. And let's keep in mind, they can use a 4th, a 5th, a 6th, a 7th round pick on a tight end, but you can't expect them to come in day one and be the starter. That's just not fair to that player. It probably won't pan out. So again, they can use a pick on somebody younger who can maybe take over to be a starter the next season or the year after that. But right now, they have a really talented tight end in O.J. Howard and someone that can do exactly what they need him to do, which is block. And if he gets open, he gets open. But most importantly, he can block for Josh Jacobs, and then he can block for Jimmy Garoppolo. I love this move by the Las Vegas Raiders. I like this move for O.J. Howard to go to a scheme that he'll really thrive in and potentially even reach, again, his untapped potential.